Ladies and gentlemen, if someone were to ask which is the most numerous aircraft in the world today, the answer is undoubtedly the F-16 from the United States. The F-16 is used by the U.S. Air Force and is also present in 25 other countries. However, Russia is not far behind, as they own an aircraft with tremendous sales numbers, second only to the F-16, and that is the Su-30. The Su-30 is used in many countries around the world, including Russia, China, Venezuela, Algeria, Uganda, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Vietnam. Both the Su-30 and F-16 are 4th-generation fighter jets, not the latest or most advanced aircraft like 5th-generation fighter jets. However, it's important to note that combat effectiveness depends not only on the aircraft itself, but also on the electronic equipment and weapons. Therefore, 5th-generation stealth capabilities, which are currently dominant, may no longer be effective when new electronic technologies emerge in about a decade. This means that the era of 5th-generation fighter jet dominance will end immediately when the world discovers a new radar capable of detecting stealth aircraft. Su-30 and F-16 are two of the most popular fighter jets in the world today. The Su-30 is a heavyweight fighter with 2 engines, while the F-16 is a lightweight fighter. Their features, equipment, and purposes differ depending on their specific battlefield missions. Because they belong to different categories, comparing these two aircraft is challenging. However, they are the 2 most popular aircraft in the world, and clashes between them occur frequently. So let's explore the strengths of both of these aircraft to see which one is more worth having. First, let's look at the history and success of the F-16. The F-16 is a 3rd-generation multi-role fighter that has proven its strength through experiences in the Middle East conflict. This success laid the foundation for the Soviet Sukhoi company to design the Su-27 series in 1985. The Su-30, with many different versions later, is an improvement and modification of the Su-27. The F-16 was initially designed as a primarily daytime fighter bomber with missions to attack and defend airspace. However, later versions of the F-16 transitioned into multi-role fighters capable of operating in all weather conditions. Both the F-16 and Su-30 have a maximum speed of approximately 1.2 Mach at sea level and a maximum of 2 Mach at high altitudes of 50,000 feet, with a rate of climb of 250 mph. However, the F-16 has a combat radius of less than 400 miles if not carrying external fuel tanks or refueled in the air. In contrast, the Su-30 has double the combat radius and can fly for up to 4 hours. As the F-4 Phantom was expensive, the U.S. Air Force wanted a lighter, more cost-effective fighter after the Vietnam War. The F-16 costs half as much as the Su-30 and consumes less fuel. However, the cost is a complex issue, and there is no standard for comparing the cost of 2 similar aircraft, which can vary sometimes significantly. The cost of a new aircraft includes research and development expenses, unlike aircraft already in mass production. Then there are costs for weapon systems, accessories, maintenance, pilot training, and many other factors related to control systems and flexibility. Approved in 1976, F-16 production began in 1980. The F-16 was the first fighter to use a fly-by-wire control system, employing electrical wires through computers, which increased its agility and maneuverability. The Sukhoi Su-30, a large and heavy fighter, has thrust vectoring, allowing for excellent maneuverability. This system enables the aircraft to divert exhaust from the 2 engines up to 32 degrees horizontally with respect to the aircraft's axis and rotate up or down by 15 degrees. Along with small tail fins and nose wheels, this system enhances the aircraft's maneuvering capability. Currently, F-16 production has ceased for the U.S. Air Force after over 4,500 aircraft were put into operation, except in cases of urgent need within the next 5 years. On the other hand, the Su-30 conducted its maiden flight in 1989 and was put into service from 1996. To date, more than 420 Su-30 aircraft have been produced, and production continues with various versions suitable for the different missions of the Air Force, Navy, or Army. The Su-30 is also a significant weapon export item for Russia. Moreover, Sukhoi collaborates with India to produce the Su-30 MKI version in India. The Su-30 was sold to Vietnam in the Su-30 Mk2V version, with some of the manufacturing handled by the RAC MiG company. This makes this Su-30 model unique, with the exhaust nozzle directed as kanat, meaning 2 small frontward auxiliary fins, resembling a duck in flight, which usually only appears on triangular-shaped aircraft without a tail fin. The Su-30 is a heavy fighter aircraft capable of carrying a wider range of bombs and munitions. including anti-aircraft, anti-ground, unguided, or guided bombs, and a 30mm rotary cannon. In summary, comparing the Su-30 and F-16 reveals that each aircraft has its own advantages and disadvantages. Russia's Su-30 is larger, has a longer range, can carry more weapons, and has thrust vectoring engines for better maneuverability. Meanwhile, the US F-16 is smaller, has a large delta wing design for quick maneuverability, and strong aerodynamic performance. Both aircraft are equipped with advanced electronic systems and radar, and it's not possible to make a generalized assessment of which is stronger. The decision of which aircraft is more worth having depends on how they are used by different countries and deployed in various strategies and campaigns.